Okay, so we're in the barn with Jordan. Jordan's a yearling. I'm particularly doing this video for some friends who have some young horses. Jordan has not worn a cavesson many times. This is her second time. This cavesson is wrapped with felt so that the noseband is not tight. It's tight enough that it doesn't rotate on her face and catch her eyes. Stupid cameras. Alright, so this is Jordan. This is her second time wearing a cavesson. This cavesson is wrapped with felt on the nose piece, so it's not sharp. She's a young horse, but I do like the support of the metal so that the horse doesn't feel she can go through me like she would in a halter. She was leaning a lot on her shoulders. Some of it's because of growth, some of it's just because I'm a baby and I'm a mare. But in any case, she has little things we are working on. So working in hand with a yearling is really important, and a lot of the skills have already been trained to her in halter. We're now translating what the cavesson means. She has a good nose and knows I have carrots in my pocket. Over. She already knows that by dropping the tip of my whip towards her haunch, she's to move over. Over. She didn't know that when she came here. Good. I put the whip up in neutral. It catches the horse's eye and they know they have to pay attention to it. Now I want to go over to the other side. So I like using the space that we have here. After they learn to do this in a stall, I like to do it in the aisleway. This aisleway helps to produce straighter effect. Good. Excellent. Good. So you only touch the horse with the whip if the horse doesn't respond. You touch first gently, over. I like to wiggle the nose of the whip. Only put it down for what I need. Excellent. Bravo. Better for the horse to learn one good accurate step than 5 crooked steps. Keep the horse straight. Haunches and shoulders. Excellent. Excellent. And make sure the hind leg is coming up under the belly and not out back. Good girl. Very good. And then you never want to do a lot of backing with a young horse, but to teach him to come off the shoulders, a little stride or two won't hurt. Back. Like that. And walk up. And make sure you're using your words. And now we're going to go outside and work with the filly in the ring area. So remembering this is introduction. We use our rails, which are really important because they help to provide a barrier so that we're not on the horse's nose, shanking the horse's nose to get it off of its shoulder. We use the fence line. So the fence line creates a natural assistant to our needing to get the horse off the shoulders. So we're going to go put the camera in place. And then we are going to do a very short workout because she's only a yearling. We only want to teach her some respect and some understanding of where her feet are and how to behave in handling. Over. So she just did that inside. She knows to do it out here. The bugs are bad. That's not going to be helpful. We did flash spray, but it is what it is. Over. That. I know. You're very bothered by bugs. So the young horse has to learn to deal with the bugs. And now I'm going to expand the over into a circle like that. Good. I'm going to release the nose. You don't want to hold the nose. In forward. I like the horse to expand its stride out like that. So it learns to broaden the base. With this young filly, because of transport, the right hind came in a bit twisted. We've been adjusting it with a chiropractor. We've been using the MagnaWave. And now I'm supporting that with this exercise to widen the base and open that hind leg. She can't just widen it to the side. She has to widen it forward. That's so critical. Widening to the side disengages. Widening forward engages the pelvis of the horse and helps the horse to carry and support its structure properly. So very, very important, significant difference that a lot of times is missed. So there, I'm going to ask her to go forward, walk up. Make sure you use the words now that you're going to want to use later. Teach the horse to walk a few strides straight and then over. Every time I want the horse to move whether it's the haunches or the shoulders, I use the word over so she understands. Good. And then we're going to go straight. Walk up. Good girl. And your words could be different for you, but they're for me how I train my horse. Good. Over. Excellent. Excellent. So she's learning straight lines. Walk up. She's learning a small circle to open her hips, to loosen up her spine, and to walk forward. And these are important skills she'll need later riding. But in the meantime, it teaches her where her hips are, how to use them, and where her legs and feet are. We're not staying on a small circle any long length of time because it's not good for the young horse's joints and hocks that are not formed. That's it. Now I'd like her to learn a little bit about moving her shoulders over. So coming into the rail, we're going to go ahead and put her nose towards the rail and say over to your hips. Try to keep her head straight. Of course, she's trying to get the flies. So she learns to do a bit haunches in, over, like that. And then as we come through this corner, we're going to use the corner. And I am using my hand on her jaw and shoulder, touching her over. So she learns to move her shoulders around. Excellent. Over, over. Excellent. That is the same whip position that I use when I work in hand with a bridle, an adult horse. And now we change directions. Good girl. Good girl. Very nice. So that was the first time I've asked her to do that. She did that really nicely. And I'll give her just a little tidbit so she understands that we are very pleased with that. Ooh, them buggies. I know the buggies are all over your belly. I know. All right. Yeah. And sometimes a good reward is a belly scratch. Yes. So again, we're going to do the same exercise in this direction. Starting the same way. Over. Good girl. Over. Walk up. Good. And then we're going to walk forward, using the rail to help the horse be straight. And then we're going to do our circle. Over. So she can widen the base of the hip. Like that. And even though we're not doing a lot of hours of practice doing the same thing, just 5, 10, 15 minutes, good girl. It's amazing how fast the horses understand if you do it correctly and you're very clear. Over. So they understand and they learn to understand and be comfortable with the whip running down their haunches so they tuck their butts up better. Tap the ground sometimes like that for more forward. Good girl. Walk up. Good. And I could use the whip straight down and back so she stays straighter, doesn't push into me. Like that. Good. And over. I know the bugs are awful. You're being a good girl, though. Over. And if you're using a cavesson like I have here with the rings that are on a tower type holder, you want to make sure you're out of the way of that head swinging for bugs, because that could cause you some pain. Good girl. Good girl. That's good. You can see I'm trying to get more to the shoulder position and the leading. She's very much a baby who still thinks she should lead with you out in front. That's how we first teach young horses to lead, is to follow mama. And then as they grow bigger, we have to teach them how to get in front. So I'm going to work on that a little bit by using my whip here at the nose. Now I'm at the shoulder of the horse, and she's seeing me in a different position. It's very important to use both sides of the horse to work. Excellent. Good girl. And now you see how nice and straight that helped her be, because I was more positioned at the shoulder, and I'm getting more and more behind at the girth area, where I need to be when I lunge this horse later on in life. Good job. Excellent. Excellent. Yes. Excellent. Let her think about that. So it's hard for her to concentrate with all these bugs. We're going to do the shoulders. Over. Yeah, over. Very nice. Over. Up, walk up, walk up. She has to stay forward. Good. Excellent. And for me, I consider that an excellent small workout. I don't want more from the horse because she's young. She did that well. The bugs are driving us both crazy. I have to double my bug spray on the others, huh, girl? Yeah, there you go. Make sure your cavesson doesn't snap in the horse's face, especially if they're moving over for a bug. And then I'm very good to reward them. And I like to set them free after their workout at this age so they can go play. And the way I have this area set up, it lends itself to that very well. But sometimes I have brought her in the ring for one time already, so she learns to be in the ring and work. And you know, she'll be introduced to that slowly. But I don't want to have the horse feel uncomfortable locked up in a ring too much. I like them to feel very comfortable with spaces, large and small. But I like to do all things in small doses, especially with a young horse. But even with a horse that's not young, that's just green and poorly handled, I would do the same process. It's better to do this three times a day than to do a long session. Good girl, that's enough. And now I'll make her learn to go away from me. Up, 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 up. Good. Remembering that young horses can kick. So now she's at liberty. She can choose to go where she wishes, but I'm going to encourage her to go further away and let me be in the position of the line. Now she's choosing to stay. That's okay. She's not actually in work, but it builds our relationship. Up. Good. So I don't want her to crowd me, so that's why you see me using the cavesson and the lunge line at her shoulder and neck, so she stays more away. Good. Good. Excellent. Now she sees she's free, and she's going to go the other way. Good girl. Excellent. Excellent. Very nice. So this goes a long way towards our relationship building. She's choosing to stay with me. I'm working with her, confirming what we just did with a line and a cavesson. And that proves you don't need a line or a cavesson. But you're just teaching the horse. Uh-oh, we lost the camera, did we? Come on back up here, show the camera a little bit. You're so smart. So this confirms to the horse the work we did with a cavesson. We can do it without. It builds our relationship. And it clears the understanding for the horse that it's not about using the tools in an abusive manner to make them behave, but it's rather using them to structure the work. Excellent. That was so beautiful. That was so beautiful. You're such a good girl. You are. Yes. Very excellently bred-minded horse. Yes, you are. Yes. So when a horse is lippy, I play back with their noses. I don't get offended. It's pretty normal for a young horse. So I just do like that with them. And they get over it. Yeah. Yeah. I don't smack them or punch them. That's so rude and disrespectful to the horse and dangerous to their mouth and their sensitive structures. But I just pinch like that, a squeeze like that. And they get to where they figure out that's not so much fun. And then they quit doing it. Enjoy your babies. Enjoy your training. And realize everything's a building block. These 5-10 minutes will make a big difference in this horse's future. Get away from my camera. And her success as a riding horse or a broodmare. Keeping her away from the camera is a challenge. Yes, yes, you're a good girl. There you go. Bravo.